Hi, everybody. For those of you that are on, are you guys able to hear me and are you able to see me? You can just tap in the chat below. I'm going to wait one more minute. For those of you that are on, can somebody just type in the chat and let me know if you're able to see me and if you're able to hear me? Testing, testing. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Okay, great. Woohoo. All right, we're just going to give everybody one more minute. People are still flowing on here. Hopefully everybody had a good Thanksgiving. I know I did. I know sometimes it's hard to get back into the swing of things at work after some time off. So I don't know if you guys are feeling that way. Good. Okay. All right, everybody, it's 12:30 on the button. We're going to get started. My name is Katie Rowe Mitchell, and welcome to another episode of Unfold Digital. I'm in a new space today, so we're going to try this out. This is actually my office, my home office. So we're going to try a few new poses. That's it. Good. Okay, thank you. Sorry, guys, give me 1 second here. Okay, we'll start that again. All right, we'll start that again. Hi, everybody. I'm Katie. This is another episode of Unfold Digital, and I'm here in a new space today. This is actually my home office, so I've got it set up to share with you guys. This is where I do a lot of the stuff that I'm going to be showing you today. So we're going to go through a 20-minute desk and chair yoga class with a little bit of breath work at the end. The chair that I'm using is a chair that I like, but you can certainly be sitting in any type of chair for this to work. You could be using an office chair. It can have arms or no arms. We're going to be doing the majority of this practice standing up and getting our blood flowing and some energy moving in our bodies. All right, so I'm going to go back over to my desk and bring my chair along. Good. All right. So begin in a seat, and I'd like you to come all the way to the edge of your seat as best as you're able so that the soles of the feet are flat on the floor and the chest is nice and lifted. And just bring the hands right into the lap, relax the shoulders, close your eyes, and begin by taking a few deep breaths. Start to move the breath in and out of the nose if that's comfortable for you. And we're looking to feel a full, steady, three-dimensional breath. So in addition to moving the breath into the belly, we want to also think about moving that breath into the lower back and into the upper back as well. So if you imagine a balloon, the balloon fills up three-dimensionally on that inhalation and then deflates three-dimensionally on the exhalation. So take 3 more breaths here. Noticing how you feel today, right now, in your body, in your mind, in your heart. Keep the face relaxed, the jaw relaxed. Good. Now, open up your eyes, keep the gaze nice and soft, lower the arms down by your sides, and we'll just start with some shoulder rolls. So inhale, lift those shoulders up, and as you exhale, roll them back and down. And we'll do that a few more times. Start to get a sense for the movement of your shoulders. And as you're doing these shoulder rolls, try not to let your head jut forward like this. Keep the back of the head in line with the tailbone. And we'll start to get some movement in the upper back. One more. Good. All right, now from here, reach those hands back and either interlace your hands behind your back or place your hands right in the small of the back. Either is fine. And we'll start with some movements with the head. So from here, drop your chin as low down to your chin as you can. So we're getting a nice stretch through the back part of the cervical spine. Okay, and then inhale, lift the head up and lift the chin just a little bit. So it doesn't need to be a lot. And then again, drop the chin down towards the chest, exhale. And inhale, lift it up. Two more. Exhale, drop the chin down. Nice stretch through the back of the neck. Inhale, lift it up. Last one. Exhale, drop it down. And inhale, lift it up. Good. Come on back to center and then release. Release those hands and take your hands right behind your head. And we'll go through a seated cat-cow. Inhale, lean back and look up. This is cow pose. And exhale around your whole spine. Drop your chin down towards the chest. Bring your elbows towards your knees. And again, inhale, lean back, look up. And exhale to round. Let's do a few more like this. Inhale, cow pose. And exhale, cat pose. Last one. Inhale, lean back, look up. Exhale, flex and round forward. Good. Inhale, come on up to center and release those hands down. Good. Okay, from here, let's come into a twist. So start by twisting to your left. You're moving the shoulders to the left, but you're keeping your knees pointing forward. This gentle twist, it doesn't need to be a lot. And then place your hands either on the back of the chair, maybe on the opposite knee, and take your gaze over that back left shoulder. Close your eyes and take 3 big breaths. And as you breathe, you'll feel the rib cage expand a little differently. And the spine is in a rotated shape. The organs are in a little bit of a different spot. The lungs are compressed slightly differently. One more breath. See if you can go a little bit deeper. Keep those knees pointing forward. Try to rotate from the upper back. Good. Okay, and then inhale, we'll go the other way. So keep your knees pointing forward. Just twist through the shoulders, through the upper back mainly. Place the hands on the back of the chair or on the arm of the chair. Take your gaze over that back right shoulder and take a few deep breaths here. So try not to collapse in the chest. Keep the chest lifting up. Keep the spine nice and tall and straight. Take the gaze over that back right shoulder and breathe. And breathe. Last breath. Good. Okay, inhale back up to center and unwind. Reach both of your arms straight up. Let's interlace the fingers, press the heels of the hands high. Get a little bit of a wrist stretch here. And then maybe take the gaze and look up and stretch up. Keep pushing the palms high, lifting up through the front part of the rib cage. Last breath. All right, and then release. Give your wrists a little roll in each direction as you lower the arms all the way down. Good. Okay, let's come on up to stand. You can either push your chair into your desk or just scoot it out of the way. So I'm going to scoot it out of the way for our purposes today so that you can see my body a little bit better. So we're going to start in our desk dog. Take your hands right at the edge of the table, fingers spread wide, and start to walk your feet back in space. Keep the chest a little bit lifted, and you want to push your hands down onto your table. And we're going to start with a little bend in the knee. So start by bending deeply into the knees as if you're sitting back into an imaginary chair. All right, and then straighten the legs any amount. It can be a little, it can be a lot. We'll try that a few more times. So inhale, bend deeply into the knee as if you're sitting back into a chair. And then exhale, straighten. Let's do that one more time. Big bend in the knee. Sit back, sit back, sit back. All right, and then straighten the legs any amount. Start to lift up the chest and let's come into a desk plank. So the shoulders shift forward towards the wrists. I'm lifting my heels up off of the floor, so I'm on my tippy toes. Look forward and take a few breaths here. Push down through your hands. Keep your shoulders nice and strong. Draw the belly in, draw the low ribs in, and squeeze your leg muscles. Okay, now we're going to go between this and desk dog. So this builds up a little bit of heat. It's nice for winter time. So start with an inhalation here. And as you exhale, send those hips back into that imaginary chair. So a nice generous bend in the knee. Okay, then come forward back into your plank. Inhale, back into plank, lift the chest. And exhale, back into your bent-legged desk dog. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift the chest. Okay, and exhale, send the hips back. Nice, generous bend in the knee. Last one. Inhale, gaze forward, shift forward, come up onto the tippy toes, and exhale, send it back. Good. And then let's rest for a few breaths in desk dog. So start to stretch those arms a little straighter, maybe straighten your legs a little bit more, and find a nice long spine. Imagine your spine is getting longer with each inhalation, and with each exhalation, push your hands down and push your feet down actively into the floor and let the head relax. And we'll hold here for 2 more breaths. Breathe. And breathe. Good. Okay, look forward. We're going to step that right foot forward. So a nice long stance, and wiggle your back foot back a little bit so that we've got a nice long generous stance. Okay, bend into that front knee. We're going to start with a warrior 2, the hand on the table and the other arm reaching straight out. Okay, so gaze over your front right shoulder, and if you feel good with the balance, you can lift up that right arm as well. Then we're going to move the arms and the legs with the breath. So for this one, spiral your palms up towards the ceiling, squeeze your arm muscles, and then follow along with me. Inhale, straighten that front leg, reach the arms up, get nice and long through the sides of the waist, and exhale, sink back into your warrior 2, gaze over your front fingertips. And let's do that a few more times. Inhale, and exhale. And again, inhale, exhale. Last one, inhale, and exhale. Good. Okay, pause here. Relax the shoulders. Let's take 1 or 2 more breaths here. Bring a nice engagement to the belly. Keep your back leg really strong. Really push the back leg strong and straight into the floor. And keep the shoulders relaxed, but the arms engaged. Okay, desk triangle. Lower the arms, straighten your front leg. Get really strong through the belly again, and we're going to tip from the pelvis. So you're hinging your hips towards your table. This front right hip drops down, and your back left hip moves up. So see if you can feel that in your hips. Do this little hip hinge a few more times. Okay, and then pause here. Keep your legs really straight, and we'll bring either the forearm onto the table, or you can stretch your arm nice and straight and slide it forward. Okay, hand on this hip, start by pressing your hip back in space, so we're opening up the hips, and then option to lift up your left arm. Straight legs, look up, push that right hand down into the desk. Find your breath. Soft, steady gaze up at that top thumb, and breathe. One more breath. Okay, reverse the triangle. Lift up your chest, keep your legs straight, slide your back hand down the back leg any amount and reach your right arm up. And look up at that right hand. It's like you're reaching for the sky, so you're getting as long as you can through this right side waist. Take one more deep, full breath. Good. Okay, inhale back to center, and we'll do the same thing on the second side. So pivot onto your back foot and step forward, and then I'll show you guys that same sequence from the back. So take a big step back with that right foot. Nice, generous stance. Wiggle it back a little bit. The toes dial out slightly. And we'll start with a nice deep bend into that front knee. Okay, hand onto the table for balance. And we're opening up the chest to the right. Left arm and right arm are out. Spiral the palms up. Get nice and lifted. Strong belly, strong legs. And then we'll do that moving with the breath. So inhale, straighten your front leg. Lift up the arms. All right, and exhale, sink back into it. Relax the shoulders, steady the gaze over the front fingertips. And again, inhale. And exhale. Two more. Inhale. Reach up. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Okay, pause here. And we'll come into triangle pose. So either your forearm or your hand go onto your table, straighten that front leg, bring your hand onto your hip and press that right hip back. So we open up the hips and the chest even more. Slide your hand as far as you can on your table within reason. Work on getting that nice little hip hinge to the left. So your front hip drops down and your back hip drops up. And you can revisit that a few times. See if you can feel that any differently on this side compared to the other. And then we'll move into triangle pose. Opposite arm goes up. Look up at that top hand, stretch your arms apart, work your legs. Make your spine as long as you can by reaching the crown of the head forward as you push down through this back foot. And breathe. And breathe. Good. Okay, lift up the chest. Let's reverse that triangle. Slide the back hand down the back leg. Left arm lifts up. Nice long stretch to the whole left side of the waist. Look up. Good. And inhale back up. Pivot onto the ball mound of your back foot and step forward. And we'll come into mountain pose. Okay, so feet nice and flat on the floor. Get a nice lift through the chest. Roll the shoulders back a little bit. Open up the palms to face forward. And close your eyes. Just observe any sensations in the hips and in the legs. That sequence is very dynamic. We were doing a lot of movement within each pose. So notice if there's a little bit of heat built up in the body. Notice if you feel a little bit more energized and refreshed from those postures. Okay, let's open up the eyes, reach those arms straight up, take a big breath in, and we'll interlace the fingers and press the heels of the hands high. Engage your legs, press long, strong belly, and just take a couple of breaths here, creating as much length and space as you can from the feet all the way up to the heels of the hands. Good, and then exhale, release. Okay, last thing we're gonna do, we're gonna add a little bit of breath work. So I'm going to have you inhale the arms up, you can follow along, interlace those fingers, press the palms high, pause at the top of the inhale for a moment, And as you exhale, slowly lower the arms. So we're lengthening that exhalation. Okay, and then we'll do that again. Inhale, arms up, interlace those fingers, press the palms high, pause at the top of the inhalation. And then exhale, slowly lower the arms down. Lengthening your exhale a bit longer than normal. Okay, do that 2 more times. Inhale. Pause at the top of the inhale for a moment. And exhale, lower your arms nice and slowly. Last one. Arms up. Inhale. Pause at the top for a moment. And exhale, slowly lower the arms. Okay, let your arms rest, let the shoulders rest. Right, close your eyes if they're not already closed. Take a few moments to observe any shifts in the way that you're feeling in your body, shifts in your energy level, your mood, your mental state. And then lower the chin down towards the chest. Slowly open up your eyes. Let them blink open. And then lift your gaze. Good. All right. So from here, take a seat. Find your chair once again. Good. Okay, so I hope you found that sequence energizing and rejuvenating on this chilly day. If you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us and be in touch. As always, you'll be receiving a recording of this video tomorrow. So check your inbox for that if you'd like to practice it again. And I will stick around for a moment or so to see if we have any questions. Okay, thanks for joining. Have a great day. Bye-bye. I miss you too, Carol. Thank you. We'll have to catch up. Let's grab lunch. Yes, exactly, Kelly. Blocking off some time in your work calendar. It's simple to do. You just schedule it like any other meeting. It's helpful. And we send out reminders too. So we'll always send out a reminder the day before and then an hour before, just in case you forget, because sometimes, the day gets away from you. Okay, you're welcome. Good. I'm so glad your back feels better. I'm happy to hear that. Yeah, I have some back issues too, and just a little bit of movement can make such a big difference. Okay, bye everybody. Thank you for joining. Signing off.